Hey guys, it's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics. Excuse my raspy, froggy voice. I'm still quite sick. I was feverish, but no longer a fever. Just like kind of getting over the sickness. So, Scott Pruitt was just confirmed as the head of the EPA. So that's kind of depressing news for everyone. I know that it was kind of a long shot that he wouldn't get confirmed, but the votes were, I guess, 52 to 46. The two Democrats that voted yes are unsurprising. They're basically Republicans and they hate the earth for some reason. Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, the pro-Dakota Access Pipeline Democrat from North Dakota, and Joe Manchin of West Virginia. If you recall, Joe Manchin was, when he was... hold on. Hey guys, sorry, I cut out for a sec. If you recall, Joe Manchin was, when he was running, he shot Obama's EPA and environmental regulations with a gun in his advertisement. So who's a Democrat and who's a Republican here? Joe Manchin and Heidi Heitkamp are the worst of the Democratic Party. There was one Republican, no, that's Susan Collins. If you recall, she also spearheaded the effort to vote against Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education. She did get confirmed because of the tiebreak from Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence. But Susan Collins is proving to be a Republican with a conscience, which is a rarity these days, so good on Susan Collins for doing what she did. Scott Pruitt, if you recall, has sued the EPA 14 separate times. He hates the environment and gets donations from a variety of oil conglomerates and the Koch brothers themselves. Listen to the numbers here. Koch Industries' PAC has contributed $10,000 to Pruitt's Attorney General campaigns in 2010 and 2014. Other top contributors include Chesapeake Energy, Devon Energy, and ExxonMobil. Lovely. Who was the former head of ExxonMobil? The Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson. What's more, this is from Salon, the Independent Republican State Leadership Committee, to which Koch Industries has given nearly $1.3 million in the last decade, spent $150K supporting Pruitt in the 2010 race, and in 2014, Freedom Partners even gave $175,000 to the political nonprofit that Pruitt had directed. What's interesting is one of the suits that Scott Pruitt put forward towards the EPA was literally, not figuratively, literally copy and pasted and put forward as legislation. Listen to this. Or as a letter to the EPA, excuse me. The letter to the EPA from the Attorney General Scott Pruitt of Oklahoma carried a blunt accusation. Federal regulators were grossly overestimating the amount of air pollution caused by energy companies drilling new natural gas wells on its site. But Mr. Pruitt left out one critical point. The 3-page letter was written by lawyers from Devon Energy, one of Oklahoma's biggest oil and gas companies, and was delivered to him by Devon's chief of lobbying, meaning the Devon Energy, which donated directly to his Attorney General campaign, was literally, I say literally, I can't say it enough, writing letters for him to submit to the EPA in these suits as Attorney General. It doesn't really get more bought and paid for than that, and it's almost surprising that this is allowed. Like, drain the swamp? Are you kidding me? This is an oily swamp filled with just Shreks, but mean Shreks, not the nice Shreks from the movies. Outstanding, William F. Witzliff, who at the time directed government relations at the company, said in a note to Mr. Pruitt's office, the Attorney General's staff had taken Devon's craft, copied it onto state government stationery with only a few words changed, and sent it to Washington with the Attorney General's signature. The timing of the letter is great given our meeting this Friday with both the EPA and the White House. Mr. Whitsitt then added, please pass along Devon's thanks to Attorney General Pruitt. Yes, thank you, Pruitt, for putting oil profits over your constituents and over the rest of the American people, and at that point, Oklahoma's citizenry, although it affects us all. So we really have no qualms about where Scott Pruitt's real loyalties lie. He's obviously going to just completely slash regulations. He doesn't even want the EPA to exist, and neither do many Republicans. Listen to this. Back like a few days. When was this? Oh yes, this was yesterday, or no, on Wednesday. Excuse me. The Republicans in the House introduced a bill called H.R. 861. I'll read you the whole bill because there's not much to it. The Environmental Protection Agency shall terminate on December 31st, 2018. That's the whole bill. These nut jobs want to do away with the entire EPA. The bill, introduced by Florida Republican Matt Gaetz and co-sponsored by Kentucky's Thomas Massie, Mississippi's Stephen Palazzo, and Georgia's Barry Loudermilk. Yeah, it's fake. It's gotta be fake. Fake news. Doesn't bother with anything like wondering what happens to the data of the agency, blah, blah, blah. So whatever. The only bill just says that the EPA will terminate on December 31st, 2018. So now we know where the Republicans really, what they really want to do, and it's difficult to stomach, especially, friend of the Young Turks, Josh Fox, was just in Pennsylvania highlighting this grassroots support for anti-fracking. And this administration doesn't give a damn about that grassroots. They don't give a damn about your water getting polluted. This guy, Scott Pruitt, may be the worst of the worst of these nominees. I think worse than Betsy DeVos, because she's kind of stupid and could be manipulated. This guy's completely bought and knew exactly what he was doing when he was in a position of power. She's never really been in a substantial position of power, but being Oklahoma Attorney General is no joke. So, look at this, We'll watch our planet burn, and that's what we get with Donald Trump as president. Sorry for the froggy voice, guys. I'm still pretty sick, but I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm sorry to bring you such terrible news. Love y'all. Bye.